Hi guys, it's Robin with Good Dog Fetch, and today we are going to be working on Boredom Busters. This is canine enrichment for your dog. Takes a little bit for you to put some things together, and I've got a whole bunch of stuff sitting here on my table that I'm going to show you, and I'm going to show you how to put things together that you can use from home. You don't have to go to the store, you don't have to buy anything, you just need to scavenge around the house and find some things that'll work for you. So I apologize for the barking. I have the dogs quarantined in another room, but you can still hear them all barking, and no way to stop that because they know games are going on. So once I get these all set up, I'll let them come in and play, and you will see how they go absolutely nuts. So the first thing I have is a bunch of stuff in a bowl. You can do this however you want. So what I have in here is I have some cheddar cheese, I have some apple bits. My dogs love apples. This is banana. I've got a little bit of ham going on, and I have some kibble. So I like to give them a variety of things because kibble is, they get it every day, and this is great for you to do for their meals. But I always add something extra, and I also have some of these. These are, this is dehydrated beef tips, and very special. They don't get those very often, so they get those when we work on something special. So I have all those things to motivate them to work on these toys because they want something that's high value and yummy, and the more that they use their nose, the more they work their brain, and when they work their brain, they become tired. So it's just like you and I, if we were sitting at the computer all day, or like your kids when they have a test or several tests throughout the day, and by the end of the day, you go, oh my gosh, I'm so exhausted. What did I do all day? Well, what you did all day was you used your brain, and that causes fatigue. And that's what we want from the dogs, because right now, while we're all quarantined inside, the dogs are going a little nuts. The people are nuts and the dogs are nuts. So, we're stressed out, we're bored, we're all those things. Your dogs are bored and they feel your energy, and they are getting very stressed out as well, because if there's more than one of you in the house, they're getting everybody's energy, not just yours. So we want to give them some things that you can do with them, especially on crummy days like today, where it's been drizzling off and on and I can't really get them out. Walks are great. Let them sniff on the walk. The walk is for your dog. It's not for you. I know people tell me, oh, they're taking the dog for a walk because they're going out and exercising. Well, good for you for exercising, but that's not a walk for the dog. The walk for the dog is to have them walking with you and allow them to sniff in certain spots. I don't want them sniffing every blade of grass. That's just an annoyance. But you do want to pick spots, say from the end of your block to mid-block at a tree or at a fire hydrant or at a pole, something where other dogs have peed. They're going to get their daily mail there, and squirrels are out there peeing, dogs are peeing, birds are pooping. There's lots of things to smell. So that's part of the joy for them in walking. And the more they sniff, the more tired they get. So please, when you walk your dog, please let them stop and sniff. That is part of the joy of the walks for the dog. It's not for your exercise, it's for them. If you want to go out and exercise, be my guest, but that's not the purpose of walking the dog. Okay, so I'm going to show you some things that you can use from the house. So I have cardboard, an empty egg crate, okay? I have this right here. I have a bunch of empty toilet paper tubes, and I had some that were paper towel tubes as well, and I just cut them up so that they're a little bit smaller. I have some wrapping paper that I tore up and scrunched up. I'm just scrunching it up like this, okay? I have a, right here, I've got a little container of water. Hold on, let me put it down. I don't want to spill it because I'm in my living room. I have a towel, just a basic towel. You don't need anything fancy. I've got a bottle, and I have some cups. These were the only cups that I could find in my house. You can use drinking cups. You can use cones. If you have, some of those kids that play soccer and stuff, they have those flat marking cones that have the hole in the middle. Those are really good. Anything that you can find in your house. Be creative. There is nothing that you can't use. but I'm going to give you some ideas on what you can do with these things. Okay, so egg crate. So you see all these little holes in here? These are really great because it takes the dog a whole lot longer to eat them, to get to the food. So I'm going to put just a little bit of kibble in some. I'm going to drop in a few pieces of ham in a couple. Ooh, I'm going to use some banana. You can use pumpkin in some of this if you want. I think I have a can of pumpkin somewhere, but I didn't feel like opening it. I sometimes use blueberries. I have blueberries in my freezer that I can use. Anything like that. So I'm going to stick a bunch of this stuff in here, and I'm going to close it up, and we're going to wait to give it to one of the dogs. Oh, let me put some cheddar cheese in there. Okay, so just put some stuff in each little hole. Okay, if you're feeding your dog dinner, fill it up with whatever you have for their dinner. If you want to add a little bit of chicken, you can add chicken. Really your choice. So for a dog that's never done this, I don't latch it. If they've done it before, then I'll latch it like this so they can figure out how to get into it. I want the dog to be successful. I don't want them to get frustrated. So I start super simple. My dogs have not done this particular game before. In fact, I don't think I've done this with any of my dogs, any of these games that I'm going to show you, because we have other games that I play with them. So the other thing I'm going to do is I took a box, and because I have shorties, I have dachshunds that have short legs, and they need to be able to get in the box. I cut off the lid, okay? Your choice. But see what I did? I just put a whole bunch of toilet paper rolls in here. And then because I didn't have enough to fill, I just took some wrapping paper and I just scrunched it up and I shoved it in here. And actually, I'm going to make some room in here because I need to use one of these toilet paper rolls. Okay, so with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to put some treats in here in the little tubes. Okay, so they have to figure out how to get through the tube to get into to get their food. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this. It's hard for me to watch and put stuff in here. My dogs love fruits and vegetables. They're really healthy for your dog. There's nothing wrong with them. You see, I'm going to throw some of the stuff in here in the wrapping paper. Let me turn around so you can see. Okay, I want them to be able to work on digging it out of the paper. I don't care. You can hear some of it going down in the box. I don't care if they take it out and tear it up. That's part of the joy of this game. They can ruin it. They can bite it. They can shred it. That's what dogs do, and that's perfectly fine. Let's see what I have in here. Let's put some more. We're gonna put some more stuff in here. I didn't bring in a lot of kibble. One of my dogs, well, I have several dogs that are allergic to different things, so everybody gets a different food. And this is one food that everybody can eat. So I'm just gonna fill all these little tubes up, okay, with stuff. There we go. All right, and I have a whole bunch of stuff thrown in here, and they're gonna have to work to find it. You can see a little piece right here. It's up in the crease. So they're gonna work on that. Okay, if you have a toilet paper roll, let me get a toilet paper roll. Hold on. Okay, toilet paper roll. So I try and get all the paper off of there that I can, and I just take the ends and I fold it in. Okay, so it closes. So this is what it looks like once you've done that. Okay, so it's sort of sealed. And I'm gonna take some stuff and I'm just gonna fill my little toilet paper roll holder. Yum. Ooh, they're gonna love this. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the same thing. You can fill it to the hot top, that's your choice. This is just a game for them, so it's not really their meal at this point. And I'm gonna take and I'm gonna fold in the tops again. So this is what I have, okay? And they're gonna have to figure out how to get the food out. I have a bottle somewhere. Here's my bottle. I haven't done this to this bottle, but I need to. I need to get an X-Acto knife, and I'm just gonna go like right here in the middle, and I'm gonna cut out a square. And once I cut out that square, it needs to be big enough for their food to come through. And I'm gonna take and shove their kibble in here. So I'm just putting in bits of kibble. And actually, you don't even have to cut a hole if you don't want to. If you don't want to cut the hole, just leave the lid off, and they're going to roll this around. And if you don't cut a hole in it, they're going to have to try and get the food out of here. It's a little bit harder. If you cut your hole, you want to put the lid on, and now they're going to roll this around. When it rolls around, it's going to drop out their food. So these are all self-rewarding toys, okay? All right. What I'm going to do with these is I'm going to put them upside down on my floor. I'm going to line them up, and I'm going to put treats underneath each one. And I'm going to put out several. So when the dogs come in, they have to move the cup in order to find the treat. So they have to work it a little bit, okay? I'm going to set those up. I'll show you once I do that. And then, let me make sure I have some apple left. What I'm going to do with my water is this is going to be bobbing for apples or dunking for donuts or whatever you want to call it. You definitely want something that will float. See how the apples will float? I don't have a ton of water in there. My dogs are not huge water fans. They definitely, well, Remy likes to swim. But I'm going to also take some of my beef tips, which I know float, and I'm going to put those in here as well. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Put a couple in here. Okay. Let me show you what that looks like. So here you go. So I've now got some floating, can you see it? Floating apple and floating beef tips. All right. So the last thing I'm going to show you is with the towel. So there's several things you can do with a towel. What I like to do is what I call creating a burrito. So let me put you down at my table so you can sort of see what I'm doing. Hold on. I've got you guys all set up here so that you can see me. Okay. I'm going to, hold on, I'm going to flip you. I'm going to take my towel and I'm just going to put it here. So hope I don't drop anything off my table here because it's all modified. Okay, I have folded it in half. So when my dogs get good, I'm going to put treats in here. For right now, since they have not done this project before, I'm going to take and I'm going to put in, say I'm going to put in a couple of kibble bits and a few pieces of apple. I'm going to fold over. Okay, and then I'm going to take a couple more yummy things. This is banana, so I'll have to wash this towel. I'm going to roll it over. And I'm going to continue to do that and create a little bit of what I call this my burrito. Okay. Oh boy, this is going to be yummy. Okay, here we go. One more for good measure. Okay, so here we go. So now I've got my burrito. Now I'm going to take my cups and I'm going to just make a little line of cups. Okay, I'm going to put some treats in here. So this one I'm going to put in, and I'm going to do a couple. I don't want banana on my carpet. So here I'm going to do this. I don't mind cheese and apple, but no banana. Thank you very much. Okay, and I'm just going to make a couple lines with all the, or rows, not lines, rows. So here I am taking a couple. Okay, and put that under my cup. Okay, I'm going to go and make a second line here next to it. Okay, here we go. And you can put just one piece. You can put multiple pieces. Your choice. Since the dogs are bored, and these are new games, I definitely want them to be rewarded highly. And one more. I've got one more. Okay, here we go. All right, now I'm gonna go get dogs. Before I started the video, see if you can figure it out. He's knocked over a couple. Ooh, can you hear him using his nose? I don't know if you can hear him over all the barking. Find some more, buddy. Good job. You ate all those. These on the floor are harder. They have to figure out sometimes how to use their paws to turn them over. But this particular cup that I've used has little scallops on it, so this is a pretty easy thing for him. Good job, buddy. Here we go. Look, he started bobbing already. Good job, buddy. Good job. Look, you can get him. Here. I'm gonna put him on the ground. Whoa! Did you see he blew bubbles? Oh my goodness. Here's Henry, and I went and I cut the hole. You see the hole? I went and cut it beforehand, so I'm going to give this to him. I'm just going to put it down on the ground, and I'm going to let him figure it out. And I may need to help him so that he gets some... Oh, there's one, buddy. Yeah, do you see it on the ground? Good. Good job. The only problem about the rolly things is for me, it goes up underneath my furniture. Good job. Good job. Look at you. Oh, good boy. Look at him. So because they can smell through the hole, he knows that there's food in there. Hey, good job using that little paw. Look at you. Look at you. Come here, let me show you. Good shake off. Oh, good job. How do you get in there? How do you get in there? You can see that he smells it. He's not sure how to get in. Oh, good boy. But he's working it, and I want him to work it. Yes, good job. Look at you. Good job. Good boy, buddy. Look. Oh my goodness, how exciting. Oh, he's figured it out. Look at that. I'm going to try and hold the box for him. It's hard when the box moves around. Look at that little tail. Oh my goodness, get to it, buddy. He's cracking me up. Oh. I'm telling you, this one is crazy for food. And this is where you don't care if they tear it up. I don't care if they take the paper out and tear it up. You know, it's just like a lot of my dogs rip up their toys, and that for them is part of the joy. And I have no problem with that. They tear out the stuffing. It's prey drive. Oh my goodness. He doesn't even know there's some cheese on the floor. But he's going for it, man. And you'll see here in a minute, he's gonna double check all that paper. Look at him go. And you can see he's gotten a lot of those treats out of the bottom there, where I put him in the toilet paper holder. And this is not sped up. This is his speed, which just makes me laugh. It's like, oh, inhale. Gotta stop for a minute and breathe. Okay, last but not least is little Miranda. I'm gonna give her the towel. These guys are noisy. Good job. So you see her pushing it with her nose? Some dogs will just pick it up. There you go.